So guys, welcome back to the channel. This right here is the Anjank GlowDock 5-in-1 wireless charging station. Now the company did send this to me and there was a delay in the video because they had some things they needed to take care of. So I decided to just redo the video rather than release the old one, and this is what you're seeing here today. So this is the dock in all its glory right here. It's 25 watts for the wireless charger, 5 watts for the actual watt section right here, which these two are magnetic when you stick your watch or your phone on here if you have MagSafe. Otherwise, you have to use a case with a MagSafe ring. 3 watts for the actual headset. Now the thing is, I don't have the headset anymore, but it does in fact charge this guy, believe it or not, which is a wireless charging headset, the Liberty 5 Pro Max, and I will show you that in this actual video. Price tag on this is $99, but before you make a decision on it, let's go through the full review and then you decide if it's worthwhile. I will have a link in the description for anyone that is interested in this and timestamps in the description. Anyway, let's get into this video and not waste any time about this product. So this right here is an overview of the charging station right here. You have 25 watts in the middle for the wireless charger section, which is magnetic. You have 3 watts over here for the headset, and you have 5 for the actual watch itself. If you flip this over in the back, I am using a different cable that this didn't come with, but I'm just showing you how it works right now. You have a dimmer. This is a display dimmer, and this one is the night light dimmer. Night light is the light that we see right here. You can make it brighter, you can make it lighter. And then the display dimmer right here, which is a scroller, you can just, I don't know why you would make it completely dark, but you know, maybe someone doesn't want to see the time at all, but you have the option to do that. I do want to say that the snooze button doubles down as a light button, meaning if you press it, it actually changes the colors in it. And you can choose which color it is that you personally want right here. Let me just go through the color cycle for you guys so you can see it. Not bad. This is actually nice. And like I said before, you have the option to dim the light if you want to, or, you know, make it brighter. So this is the complete package of what it is that you're going to get. It's nice. I've been using it for a little bit and it's pretty responsive. It doesn't have any issues. I haven't had any issues with overheating. The phone didn't overheat while on a wireless charger, which with cheaper chargers that does happen. I'll probably say that a bunch of times throughout this video, but this is not a bad device for what it is. You have your physical alarm clock. You have your wireless charging accessories built in. And like I said before, this is more so built for Apple products, but you can use it with regular Android, and I'll show you what I mean in the upcoming section. So let's move on. So let me actually show you how to use this device. This part right here in the middle is actually magnetic. So I have a MagSafe ring on the back of this. If I snap it on, it's not super strong, my MagSafe, but as you can see, it snaps on and holds it in place. So if you're using a non-Apple device that doesn't have MagSafe, then, you know, you will have to just kind of place this in the middle like so. And as you can see, it's currently charging. So it will work for non-Apple devices for the wireless charging part, and you have up to 25 watts to actually charge it. The headset part is 3 watts right here. And this groove is normally meant for AirPods. So when you set it here, it'll just charge on its own if you have a wireless charging version of the headset. Now I'm using the Soundcore Anchor Liberty 5 Pros, and I'm going to put this here, and I want to make sure it can actually get a charge, believe it or not. There we go. It is currently charging. So as you can see, even though this case isn't meant for this, it is possible to use. So for some of the people out there that have wireless charging cases for their earbuds and they don't use AirPods, or let's say you have a mixture. AirPods here, you may be using a phone that's not an Apple product or something, and you want to mix them up. You can actually do that with this particular charger. Now, when it comes to the last part right here, which is the Apple Watch, unfortunately, I don't have an Apple Watch anymore. My wife and I, we both decided to switch back to the Android family for the most part. So I can't show you this section. Originally, my review actually had the Apple stuff in it, but there was a delay in this review, so I scrapped it and redid it. But anyway, this will charge your Apple Watch. Now, the interesting part is it's already built into it. You don't have to worry about plugging anything in outside of the USB-C cable in the back. Of course, it comes with its own. I'll let you know that earlier, but I'm using a different one for this video. And your watch will magnetically snap onto this, and it will charge on its own. I do want to also say that when it comes to the wireless charging, my phone, phones, because I use this for S25 FE, did not get overly hot. The headset did not get overly hot, and when I did have the Apple Watch, it did not get overly hot. When you buy these wireless chargers, some of them don't really regulate the heat, and it can actually damage your device. But even if I left this overnight, like I went to sleep and woke up, my phone wasn't hot. It wasn't burning up in the back or anything like that. When it gets toward 100%, it practically stops charging your device. It only gives it enough energy that it needs to stay at 100%, and that's it. So you don't have to worry about your phone overheating. At least with my experience, it didn't get too hot. Now, with that being said, let's move on to how to actually use the alarm clock. So in order to set the alarm clock, you're going to hit the alarm clock button that's right here. When you click it once, it'll go to hour. So all you do is change with the plus and minus button the hour itself. If you're trying to get the minutes, you're going to hit that button again, and then same process, plus or minus for the minutes, as you can see. Now, with that being said, when you hit the alarm again, these are the you actually have 8 tones. This 1, 2, 3. I like 7 personally. Here's my favorite. I like that one. All right, so I'm going to choose 7, click it one more time, and right here it says U5. If you turn the volume down on the U5, that is basically volume. As you can see, you could change it up to 5 times. I'm going to leave it on 5 to be the loudest. And that is how you actually change the alarms. It's very easy to use, and as you can see, it's very, very loud. In order to change the clock, we'll tap this button right here, the hour. Similar to the other section of the video with the alarm, the plus and minus changes the hour, okay? If you hit the clock again, we're to the time right here, changes the minutes, same thing, plus and minus. If you tap it again, you have where it says 12 hour. If you tap minus, 24 hour, or plus, don't really make a difference. You have the option between military time, and you have the option between, you know, PM and AM. So we're gonna go ahead and do 12 hours, as a matter of fact. And I do want to show you something else that I totally forgot to show you. So if you click the hour, right, let's say you go past 12, it will go to PM automatically. And if you go back, so again, if you press upward, it'll go to the afternoon. Let me do it that way. And when you hit 12 o'clock midnight, it's back to AM. So just keep that in mind. That is how you do that. If it doesn't say PM, then it means it's automatically going to be an AM. So again, keep that in mind. That is how you use the clock section for this. And worst case scenario, I do want to also say it has a physical snooze button if you choose to use that also. So all in all, this is a pretty decent device. It works. I don't have any issues with it. So let me just kind of give you a recap again. You have the alarm clock right here. You have your actual clock settings right here. You have a snooze and light alarm, which allows you to switch between that. The plus and minus are the function keys to change the hour, whether it's 24 hours, military time, if you want to change the ringtones, that could use the plus and minus for. You have the back buttons right here, which is the dimmer for this one. And this button right here actually dims the front of the clock itself. I like it, and it works very well. And I do want to say, even though I no longer own any Apple products, when I did, before I did the original review, I actually had the full Apple products with it. And it worked well. I didn't have an issue with it. There was no overheating. It wasn't a problem where if I pick up my phone, it feels like a fireball and I gotta run to the freezer, like I'm using an old, well, I can't say that model phone, but I don't want to defame a company. But the point is that this does work well, and I do suggest it. Now, this is what I want to say: $100 for a wireless charger. I don't know the regular price for these. I know that if you go to your local Ross in Burlington, you can get them for like 30 bucks. But at the same time, the level of quality is going to be dramatically different. We'll be honest with you. I've had cheaper wireless charging stations, and they did make my phone overheat or make it extremely hot in the back. Some of the cheaper ones that don't really regulate the heat. It's just a product they make real fast to throw out there and make money. This one does seem quality when I'm using it, and I have no issue with it. So link in the description. My suggestion is to look at other people's reviews that use this product and compare it to one that you're interested in and pull the trigger if it's something that you want. But make sure you research it, because it is your money after all at the end of the day. Like and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video. Till then, take care, peace, God bless, and I am out.